Okay, this sounds insane. But a man actually sued himself. And won! His name? Robert Lee Brock, an inmate who filed a lawsuit claiming he violated his own rights by getting drunk and committing a crime. What he violated? His own rights? And get this, he argued he was both the criminal and the victim, so the state should pay him $5 million. He sued himself from jail and asked the government to pay himself since he had no money. Sued himself from prison is crazy. The court obviously dismissed the case, but technically, he won because the case was never denied, just dismissed. Ha 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 ha. Only in America.
Imagine waking up in your own coffin. In 2014, a man in Mississippi had a heart attack. Doctors declared him dead and he was sent to the funeral home. But the next day, workers heard banging from inside the coffin. They unzipped the body bag and he sat up. First thing he said, "What's going on?" He literally came back to life at his own funeral. This man lived in an airport for 18 years, and no, it wasn't a movie, it was real life. His name was Mehran Karimi Nasseri. He was an Iranian refugee flying through Paris when he lost his passport. With no ID, no visa, and no country that would take him, he had nowhere to go. So he made Terminal 1 his home, eating at the food court, sleeping on benches, and writing in a notebook every day. He became famous worldwide and inspired the Tom Hanks movie The Terminal. But the movie lasted 2 hours. He lived it for 18 years. His story proves real life is stranger than fiction. They tried to blow up a dead whale, and it went horribly wrong. In 1970, a giant 8-ton whale washed up on the Oregon coast. Officials thought, let's use dynamite to blow it into the ocean. But the blast didn't work. Instead of disappearing, the whale exploded. Chunks of meat flew over 800 feet, smashing windows, damaging buildings. One chunk crushed a car. People ran for their lives. The smell, unforgettable. They never tried that again. He hit his head and forgot English, but somehow woke up speaking French. An Australian man suffered a stroke, and when he started speaking again, his native Aussie accent was gone. Doctors call it foreign accent syndrome. His brain trauma affected speech patterns so deeply, he literally sounded fluent in another language. Here's the crazy part. He had never lived in France and only studied it lightly in school. Your brain is a mystery. Follow for more unbelievable real stories. This man fell 12,000 feet without a parachute and survived. Michael Holmes was skydiving in 2006 when both his main and backup chutes failed. He dropped from the sky at over 100 miles per hour. As he plummeted, he actually said, "Oh, I'm going to die." And it was recorded on his helmet cam. He crash-landed into a thick blackberry bush, broke his spine, but lived. Doctors called it a miracle. He hit the ground, but didn't hit the end. Follow for more real-life survival stories. This man had a bullet in his head for 31 years. He had headaches for 30 years, and doctors finally found out why. A German man went to the hospital after a fall, but when they scanned his head, they saw something insane. He had been shot 31 years earlier, but didn't know it. He thought it was just a firework at a New Year's Eve party. The bullet sat in his head for over 3 decades, and he survived with nothing more than headaches. He lived with a bullet in his head for 31 years. Follow for more mind-blowing true stories.